and gentlemen, we are down to the coronation rites. Pinning of sashes and bouquets and crowning and awarding of plaques to all reigning beauties.
Kung sino yung award ay yung sugang ko. Alamig.
The sash and bouquet of the fifth princess, Mrs. Rosalinda Serrano, is awarded by Mr. Ricky Alejandro and Mrs. Mayflower Guerrero.
May we request our fifth princess to please go to the center of the stage.
To be crowned and award the plaque by our Reverend Minister Miguel Dulig and Mrs. Remedios Martinez. Palakpakan po natin ang ating fifth princess, Mrs. Rosalinda Serrano.
Useless lang naman.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Mayflower Guerrero, Reverend Minister Dulig, Mrs. Remedios Martinez, and Mr. Ricky Alejandro.
For the pinning of sash and bouquet of our fourth princess, Miss Janine Lakbayan, may I call on the group leader of Ilocos Norte, Mrs. Annalisa Buduan, and our sub-treasurer, Mrs. Rochelle Cagente. Fourth princess, may I call on Reverend Minister Efren de la Cruz Jr. and his wife, Mrs. Janet de la Cruz. from Ilocos Norte Group, Ms. Janine Lakbayan.
May we call the third princess to please come at the center. For the pinning of sash and giving bouquet to our third princess, Miss Rosalyn Apiado, may we call Miss Anita Owen and Reverend Minister Willie Castillo. And for the crowning of the third princess and awarding of her plaque, may we call our Bishop Confucius Peralta and Miss Lorna Gabriel. Miss Anita Otawan and Reverend Minister Willie Castillo. And also thank you very much our Bishop Confucius Peralta and Miss Lorna Gabriel. Thank you, Third Princess Miss Rosalyn Apiado from Pangasinan Group. May I call on our second princess, Mrs. Jocelyn Cortez, to proceed to the center of the stage. For the pinning of sash and bouquet of our second princess, Mrs. Jocelyn Cortez, may I call on Mrs. Rosmila Sacco and Mrs. Jennifer Soler. And Miss Jennifer Soler. May I call on the SSS Foreign Representative of Hong Kong, Mr. Lester Paul S. Mata, and our Chapter Vice President, Mrs. Divina D. Bialgo. Natalia Sabo, and Miss Jennifer Soler. Thank you, Mr. Nestor Paul Mata and Mrs. Davina Divian. May we call our first princess to come forward, please. For the pinning of sas and bouquet, awarding the bouquet of our first princess, Miss Ranza Bautista, may we call Mrs. Maribel Vallejo and Mrs. Emily Isabella. And for the crowning and awarding of flag, may we call our Consulate General, Mr. Atty. Leo Tito Alsan Jr. and Mrs. Luz Biminda P. Cabilla. Palakpak po naman tayo dyan. Thank you, Mrs. Maribel Vallejo and Mrs. Emily Isabella. Once again, let's give a round of applause to our first princess, Miss Ranza Bautista. Thank you, sir. Leo Tito, Consul Attorney Leo Tito Alsan Jr. and Mrs. Luz Biminda Cabilla. And thank you, First Princess Miss Ranza Bautista from Cagayan Valley Group. And now, tabayo po tayo lahat. And let's witness. Let's witness for the pinning of staff and bouquet of our Miss CBCC 2019 Miss Neptune's Day dinner. Jane